message.
Rising Stein, Porcupine. I guess you're not up and at 'em yet. This is me. And they call me with the message. All right? Thanks. Bye.
Skipping urgent message.
Trying to get a line to call you. It's been, so problematic for some reason tonight. I can't get a dial tone to call you. So this is my fourth location, and the phone went through. I couldn't talk earlier because it was right there. So if you haven't gone to sleep, call me back. Thanks. Bye. Just wanted to say goodnight anyway. All right.
Urgent message.
Hi. I hate that your phone keeps rejecting me. You must have a really bad connection. Anyway, I don't know. It's 11:42. It's not even late. So if you're not asleep, call me back. All right. Bye.
Skipping urgent message.
This is B. Please give me a call when you get this message. It's just not even about being negative right now. It's about sorting out some very serious feelings that I had for you. And, not being able to reach out and touch you and talk to you when I think it's necessary, when I deem it, emotionally necessary to talk, not being able to do those things. I was not ready to subject myself to that type of, and I was not able to endure it. And I think the way you're responding is just making it even worse for me. So I need to talk to you with regards to that, and just, maybe the talk you suppose that we should be having, that needs to take place then, obviously. I don't know. Your reaction to everything is really disappointing. And I need to talk to you. So call me and don't be acting like that towards me. That's probably the situation, how you normally deal with it, but that's just not going to work. So formulate your thoughts, processing and all that, whatever you need to do, and call me because I want to talk to you. I'm so falling in love, and it's not a good thing because I know that this is ultimately not going to end. It's not going to happen. So I need to talk that through with you. I need to express that to you, okay? And if I haven't said enough already, that's just where I am, so that you know. Bye.
To say thank you for letting me have a couple of days to actually think about what freaking happened the other night. Anyway, it was so funny how I had my whole mind made up on, when you leave your ass alone, I just felt like you was trouble. And it's so interesting how vibe is because I was right, I ain't gonna lie, I do have questions. I'm like, how do you do that? Who taught you that? Are you a goddamn professional? So on a real note, that was amazing. It was totally perfect. If I were to vision what I want my man to be sexually, you would be that person, hands down. Am I mad at you? Hell yeah, because you know that you got those skills. So for you to do that to me, that was not nice at all. Because I was getting to know you in a whole different way, and it was cool too. That other way was also nice, So I don't know. It makes me more curious about who you are and what you're really about. I won't lie, But again, I keep feeling that vibe of how you gonna do me like that? That is not nice. So you definitely, at some point, will have to give me that explanation because I'm just real curious. But that's it. I'm not, in any way mean anything else. I think I'm okay. I'm staying away from you. I'm still gonna stick to that one. But I definitely want to know. I'm dude, are you on TV?
This is Robert Frank, and you're listening to the ManMindset.com Dating Help for Men with your host, Steve the Dean Williams.
I'm Tyrone, and you're listening to the ManMindset.com Dating Help for Men with your host, Steve Dean Williams. So get on board, long dick style.
This is Debo. Steve the Dean Williams, give me your chain, punk. Yeah, sleep with your lights on. I still got the bicycle. Much love, Steve. Do what you do. God bless.
Yo, cupcakes. This is C.T. Fletcher, and you're listening to the Man Mindset Dating Show for Men with your host, Steve the Dean Williams.
The following program is rated MAN. It contains real game, learning your value as a man, original ways to have her face in the pillow and her ass up in the air. I'm talking her knees pushed so far back, it's touching her shoulders. Touching her without touching her. Having a woman respecting your every move. Buying you gifts. Cooking and cleaning with a smile. And knowing her place at the table. So, for all you human males, cupcake surface dwellers, and grass-eating lions, viewer discretion is advised. Meaning, if you don't like the truth, then go find a show that helps you cuddle, complain, and cry about women. Just get the fuck out of here.
When it come to women, you need some advice, yeah. I got what you need, yeah. This is the man mindset. Gotta learn the game, learn how to maneuver, check that. And what to avoid, we showing you all the red flags. Come connect, we helping you level up. Won't have no problem with women, this your time to step it up. Let's go. You got your confidence, you know they gonna like that. You a whole new man with the man mindset. Yeah, this is the man mindset. This is the man mindset.
All right. What's going on, everybody? What's up, everybody? How y'all doing? It's your boy, the Dean. Class is in session. Want to give a shout out to all my chat room dogs out there. Want to let y'all guys know the beautiful thing about this show that we're going to have for you today is that this show is 100% original, 100% authentic, and we are the only ones that are coming in-house and not regurgitating the information. And we want to say thank you to each and every one of you guys who have taken the time to check us out. We want to say thank you very much. Also, we want to say to all you guys out there listening to the show, we want to say thank you for those who have liked, who have subscribed, who have hit the notifications. We want to say thank you very much. We want to say we appreciate each and every one of you guys out there. The beautiful thing about this show, gentlemen, is that we teach you one way, one thought, one mind by telling you to go to Hobby Lobby, Walmart, Target, Michael's, and just getting a 100-piece puzzle set. And that's going to start you off on your way to what we're trying to show you as far as manhood, connecting one thought, one mind, one way by driving home, dumping the pieces on the table, throwing the box away, and putting the puzzle pieces together to really connect with yourself. Because if you can't connect with yourself as a man, you're not going to be able to do the things that we're trying to show you how to do. Also, gentlemen, for all my dogs out there, if you want to know, we bring women to you also. 509-876-5771. 509-876-5771 is our own man mindset chat line, guys. The women are on there, man. And if you're that guy and you got that mouthpiece, you can do it. Absolutely. Gentlemen, also let you know the book is out. Just go to themanmindset.com or go to Amazon. You can cop the book right there. Just want to let you guys know the book is out. Cut that off real quick. But also want to say to all you guys out there, we are not trying to change reality. We're not trying to change your world. We're not trying to do anything but show you how to think for yourself. One thought, one mind, one way. Gentlemen, if you have a question, go ahead and ask. Put a Q in there. We got you covered. If you guys want to call into the show, the number is 833-859-8744. Gentlemen, if you're texting a woman, you don't know what to say to her, please hit us up. We can do things what we are doing. So we just want to say what's up to you guys out there. And also, I forgot boxing. Not yet boxing for all the ladies out there. All the ladies out there. Hold on, 504. 1 second, 504. 1 second, sir. Hold on 1 second. 1 second. So for all the ladies out there, we got something for you ladies out there. Brand new track. Dropped that this morning. I love it. It's like one of my favorites. So for all you ladies out there, check it out. It's real raunchy, kind of dirty, kind of cool. The guys got a little bit of game in there. So we'll be letting y'all guys know throughout the show. Check that joint out. That's the link to get it. That's the link to check it out. But let me go ahead and grab this phone call real quick and see what this gentleman wants. Area code 504. How can I help you, sir? What's up?
You good, Steve? I just wanted to ask, there's a girl that I'm trying to link up with, and she's saying I'm gonna think about it. Should I just leave it at that point?
All right. What are you asking her to do, and what is she saying I'm gonna think about? What are you asking her?
So apparently, tomorrow I live in apartments, right?
No, I don't give a fuck where you live.
Contract everything.
It's not. No. Stop.
Like
Stop. Stop that. Stop.
Yeah.
You're making excuses. I don't want to hear that you live in an apartment. That doesn't mean anything. So go ahead.
No.
What did you say to her?
Yeah. Okay. So there's pools and they're just open. You know, it's the summer, and I just want to bring her to my place and chill in the pool for a bit. And
okay, how did you present it to her?
Well, I said, well, apparently tomorrow my apartment is gonna have a little opening for the pools because they haven't opened in like I think 4 years.
Yeah.
And it's clean, everything is big pool and everything, you know.
Yeah.
They have some little chairs that you can lay down on.
All right.
There's like little, it's pretty beautiful place in the pool, you know what I mean? And so I presented to her that I told her that if she want to come, like
if she wants to come, that's very bad right there. If you want to come, so
yeah, I didn't ask.
You didn't say when you come.
I said you could come to the pool in my apartment at next Tuesday at somewhere around 12:30. And she said I'm gonna think about it. So
all right. So I'm gonna tell you where you went wrong. Then I'm gonna tell you what to do. First off, okay. So if I have a woman come over to my place for a pool party, I'm gonna let her know that you bring the sunscreen, you bring the swimwear, and I'll bring the fun. I like for you. I want you to come at this time at this pool party. I mean, just to hang out a little bit. And then after we get a little bit of sun, a little bit of relaxing, a little bit of fun, we go back to my apartment, chill out. You see what I'm saying? But you didn't present it that way. So the thing is, as a man, it is very important to be able to read the wall or read the room. I am not a I don't know motherfucker. I'm not a I'll think about it or I'll let you know. I'm not that motherfucker. So
yeah.
If somebody if somebody says that to you, then I'm saying to her, peace. I'm letting her go. I'm cutting her off.
Yeah.
I'm not that guy. I'm not gonna, because my whole thing is this, and this is kind of what we're gonna be talking about today. Women know what they want. Okay. And the problem is it's kind of like you're the problem, because what she's saying is that if there's nothing else better than you, I'll go out with you. But I'm going to keep my options open with other guys because you haven't intrigued me enough to want to actually do something, if that makes any sense.
I see where you're going. Yeah.
So what I would do is I just let her know, don't worry about it. And I'm going to tell you why, because I want a woman that knows what she wants. And you're old enough to know what you want, and I'm just not I don't know guy. I'm just not that guy. So once you do know, you let me know. We can like come back to this moment again. But that's one thing I don't want you guys to do. I don't want you guys to put yourselves in bad positions. But this kind of ties into the show and everything. So, you have any other questions, my brother?
I'll say that's about it. I have this other girl that I'm trying to like really have some fun because she knows we're in like little fun, you know what I mean? And she brought me to her place yesterday. We did our little thing, our little fun, and we are willing to try it again next Monday. And we already got it planned and everything. And I want to know like some ways that I can make it a little better than last time. Well, yesterday.
Well, your fuck game is going to be basic because you're not really gamed up, and the problem is with you. How old are you, young man?
I'm 19.
So your fuck game is basically penetration, where most guys fuck up. The fuck game is not the penetration. The fuck game is penetrating what's between her ears to get her excited to want to see you again. So you're not you can't do that yet because you got to learn game, dog. That's you got to learn some game for that.
All right.
Okay.
I got it, man.
All right, but I appreciate the call, brother. Stand up and let us know what happens.
I appreciate
okay?
your answer, man.
I respect, man. Thank you, sir.
Good.
All right, thank you, sir. All right, guys, lines are open if y'all want to call in. Let me go ahead and load this down so I can talk to y'all guys. Also, guys, don't forget at 3 a.m. we're going to be going live. We'll be going live at 3 a.m. for you guys out there. We're going to be chopping up at 3 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. We will ride with Dean for those who are overseas. So today we're going to be talking about spotting the signs to actually uncover her intentions. But before I do this, let me just go up to the chat room, dogs, and see if anybody has a question in the chat room that I can answer. And if they don't have a question, it's cool. We can just continue with the show. All right, good. Okay, so guys, if you have a question, go ahead and put a Q in there and call in if you have any questions. So I think what's happening for a lot of you guys out here. All right, so because of how your mindset is and because of how you see the world, how you see the game, you're not actually correcting or building yourself up to be able to recognize certain things about a woman to tell if she's either interested in you or not. Just like that last phone call, that young man could not read the room. And that's one of the biggest problems that we're going to be talking about today, reading the room. Okay. How can you spot the signs to see if she's actually interested in you? And we're also going to talk about what you're doing to reinforce why she's not interested in you. Now, you've seen from the Pineapple show we did last night, and you can see for a lot of you guys out there, a lot of you guys just don't have an idea of what happens when you interact with a woman. We can use, and this is what I'll use for the interaction because it's pretty much the same thing, and we'll go with our own thing, the interaction line. So the interaction line. So what you have to understand, gentlemen, is that you are the common denominator. You're the one person that connects all these dots right here. So basically what you do when you interact with a woman is going to dictate how she's going to move around you. So if you guys out there don't have any confidence and you don't believe in yourself and you worship women and you run behind women, you are going to get into the friend zone and the creepy zone versus the guys who are different and exciting. And we'll talk about that because most of you guys, you can tell that you can't read the room because a lot of you guys are under the assumption or under the impression that just because you're talking to a woman, it means that you have a chance to sleep with her or be with her. And that's just not the case, unfortunately, gentlemen. The problem is that when a woman realizes that what you communicate. Okay, now let's look at that for a second, gentlemen. What you communicate. Most of you guys are under the impression that you don't communicate anything to a woman, but everything that you do communicates something to her. And everything that you communicate is either going to push you towards her bedroom or it's going to push you away from the bedroom. And for a lot of you guys, it's pushing you away from the bedroom. And the reason why it's pushing you away from the bedroom is by how she's responding to what you're doing. Every move that you make and everything that you do is telling her, all right, well, he's just not the right fit for me. They're not looking for somebody to be average. They don't want average. These women have hundreds, some have thousands of fans, thousands of men. So she's got to weigh her out her options. And when she realizes that you are unsure of yourself, you don't know what you're doing, what happens is she's going to start to show you that there's no interest. And this happens early on. Now, there can be a point, because I don't want to generalize this, there can be a point where it can work out for you. But 9 times out of 10, once she makes her mind up and says to herself that I'm not interested in you that way, she's not the one that's going to reinforce it. You are. Now, as a man, let me tell you, it works the same way with us. There are going to be women for you guys out there. You're going to have a lot of women and you're going to be seeing women and things like that. And women are going to tell you that, you know what, I'm not that kind of woman. I don't want to be with a guy that has women, a guy that's dating women or anything like that. Okay. So she's going to have the same standoff block for men as well. So don't think it's just you guys. There are women out there that just want one man, but sometimes having that one man is not enough, and she's got to have other things to fill in the gaps. So, as I said before, whatever she's thinking, we are the ones that actually reinforce the behavior. Let me bring in the call in real quick. Area code 224. Sir, how can I help you, brother? What's up?
Hello, can you hear me? Is the audio clear?
Yes, sir. How can I help you?
For me? Yeah. So just really quick. So yesterday, for the first time, probably in my life, I'd say, I had a woman admit to me that she wanted to fuck me or whatever, like in this moment. Like, and the thing was, she had a husband or whatever, and the husband was like, she wanted to do it in her car, but her husband, it's a Tesla. Oh, anyway, let me just go to the question. How do you become like the side guy where you can be it sneakily enough where you don't get caught and ruin her relationship or whatever like that?
What I will always tell women that I'm not here to fuck up what you have. I want you to do everything you do, see who you want to see, and if you want to get with me, you get in touch with me. I'm not gonna run behind you. You don't have to worry about me blowing up your phone. You just have access to me when you want it. So when you want it, just utilize the access. You don't have to force yourself on her. You just got to let her know that she has access to you whenever she wants it, bro.
Okay. And like, as far as places, because like the thing is, her car, and this was the issue yesterday.
So you don't have your own place?
No, sir. I just got back from college, so I'm here for the summer until I go back to my off-campus spot, like
so you
in another state.
You can't get a room?
I could. Yeah, I could. Yeah. The thing is, what I was saying is her car, it's a Tesla, and it like takes photos. Like we saw this literally yesterday, where it takes photos of like the surrounding area and like anything that's happening in or outside the car within a certain radius.
So,
and that's what stopped us yesterday. Oh, okay.
Again, hotel. It's already solved. Why are you telling me about a fucking Tesla?
Because like her husband will be.
Why are you telling me about a fucking vehicle that has nothing to do with shit, motherfucker?
Because if she says she's going one place, like,
dumb fuck. I'm gonna ask you again. Why are you telling me about something you can't be in?
Okay. No, you're right.
God damn, dog. Come the fuck on, man.
Okay, so just go to a hotel, get a room.
You don't have a car?
No, I have a car, but it's not really spacious. It's a
well then there you go. You know what then there you go, man. Why do you make this shit harder than what it is, big dog?
Sorry, it's my first time like trying like to do something.
It's your
like
first
this,
time. It sounds like it's your first time getting some pussy, man.
No.
All right, man. Any other questions, my brother?
No, thank you.
All right. Area code 833-859-8744 is the number. Like we said before, for you guys out there, go ahead and call or put a Q in there. We'll answer any questions that you guys have. So what happens for a lot of women is that once they realize that you're not the guy, a lot of women have a hard time telling you guys no. And a lot of women have a hard time telling you guys that they're not interested. And what they seem to do to show you that they're not interested, they will sometimes give you half-hearted responses. And that means that when you are connecting with her, she will give you like emojis and shit like that. Now, there's a difference in a man getting emojis than you guys getting emojis, because most men are going to get the hard eyes, the sad face, or the crying, or the one with the puckered lips or whatever. Most of you guys are going to get smiles and thumbs and shit like that. So, but the question is what are you going to do when you get the half-hearted response? You have got to already have that in mind. And most of you guys have to understand that I know it's for a lot of you guys, it feels exciting when you meet a woman for the first time and she's giving you a little bit of play. And I know a lot of you guys feel that you just need to hang in there and keep bugging her, running behind her and kissing her ass. You don't have to do that. But I'm going to explain to you what happens to a lot of you guys that puts you in these predicaments, because most of you guys out here, when you are communicating with a woman, okay, because you are not communicating clear, concise, transparent, and impactful, there's a lot of misinterpretations that you say or do, or there's information that leads to confusion. Women are smart enough to know that you want to fuck, but they're smart enough to know to give you enough rope to hang yourself. And what most of you guys do, just like the last caller, you're not leading her because there's a lack of clarity. Okay, so what happens to a lot of you guys who don't have game, and you get with women, a lot of you guys out here, y'all always fail to express not only your thoughts, but your ideas, or any kind of instructions, or anything and everything you do will always result in an incomplete and an inaccurate lack of communication. And a woman needs to know from the get-go that she needs somebody that can communicate with her and lead her somewhere. But at the same time, gentlemen, you can't lead her and make her feel slutty. You can't make her feel like you're desperate, and you can't make her feel like you're needy, okay? And the problem for a lot of you guys out here who have these problems and have these situations is because a lot of you guys out here have a huge language barrier. Now, I'm not talking about the kind of language where she's a foreigner or something like that. I'm saying the language barrier is that you are communicating with someone who understands her sexuality. You have not tapped in to your sexuality. So the language that you speak to her is just going to be on the surface. And y'all will notice that even on the Pineapple shows, the language barrier. See, as a man that has experience, I always make sure that the language fits where I need it to go. Okay, so the language can be smooth. It can be romantic. It can be a little bit of sensual or sexual. It can be a little bit flirtatious. It can be a little dirty. It can be a little bit of everything. But I have no language barrier because I don't put barriers around myself. But most of you guys out here, because you do put barriers on yourself, you don't know how to actually flirt correctly or even communicate that you know what you're doing. It's like when a woman gets with someone that she knows and someone that she connects with, gentlemen, it's a feeling that she gets saying, oh my God, I can't wait to see what happens next. That's what you want to do. When you have that, when you can bust the language barrier and go beyond the surface and actually tap in to your resources. When you're a student, you tap into your resources. you tap into knowing that I can be a little bit romantic. I can be a little bit smooth over here, and I can, through my language that comes from my core, I can make her feel things. I can make her blush. I can make her lose time. I can make her do all these things because my language is not above. It's at my core. So I got to make sure that my communication is something I give her, but giving her the ability to actually interpret actually what I'm saying. She can interpret, but also with the problem, gentlemen, this is very important. This is very important. Not only are your language barriers holding you back, but you don't have any kind of nonverbal communication skills to be able to interpret and utilize her nonverbal clues. Now, this is very important because this is going to separate you from every motherfucker out there. As I was learning my poetry, which we have a brand new track, gentlemen, y'all need to check that out. I think it's one of my favorite. I love the voice messages on there. I love that shit. But I think it's one of my favorites. But when I was young, I was always trying, again, guys, my biggest mistake was I was making everything about women, and I had no idea until I had the idea that it wasn't even about women. And I had to learn a part of the game that nobody talks about. See, the beautiful thing about my mentor is that he showed me how to connect, because nobody's connecting this way. Because he was saying that, you know what? I'm not looking at her body language, and I'm not looking at her motherfucking what comes out of her fucking mouth. That's the surface. I want her body to talk to me. See what I'm saying, guys? I want her body to talk to me. And I want her body to talk to me when she makes facial expressions and facial gestures. And the smiles are communicated. I had no idea that every smile had a connection to something, and I had to make sure that when I was talking to a woman that I didn't pay attention to the ass and the titties. I paid attention to the facial expressions. I paid attention to the gestures. I also paid attention to the giggles, the noises, and everything, because on the level of game in which we're showing you, when you are able to grasp nonverbal communication, it takes everything to another level, because a woman is not used to a man paying that much attention. Now they're used to, here, let me show y'all. They're not used to guys paying attention. They're shocked when someone does pay attention. But when you actually pay attention, when you get this down, gentlemen, I always tell you, I love this so much when she's having a bad day and you hear the sigh. And I know it's a sigh because she's having a bad day, because she's telling me I have a bad day. You know, maybe I've been on my feet too much, or, you know, maybe my leg is hurting or my back is hurting or something. But she makes that noise, or if we're live or something like that, and you can see the facial expression of the gesture or any of these things, not just when she has a bad back or something like that, but when she smiles at you, because the smiles are different, guys. Every smile has its own story, and people don't teach you that. They just teach you to just keep trying to see if you connect with her body language. What I'm saying is that every smile, every frown, every look, even her eyes will tell you things. How she blushes will tell you things. How she looks away, looking over to the left versus looking over to the right. So as a student of the game, I had to make sure that not only did I push myself beyond the language barriers, but make sure that the nonverbal communication that we're having, that not only do I understand, but that's the motherfucker I attack. That's what I attack. But also for a lot of you guys out here, your focus is off because you're too busy listening to the noise and too busy listening to the distractions. What do I mean, the noise and the distractions? You're too busy either looking at everybody looking at you, or you're too busy telling yourself, distracting yourself from what you have to do. Once I became one mind, one thought, one way, I always just looked to me to have that answer, a simple answer. Move from 1 to 2 to 3 to 4 to 5 to 6. Now, sometimes I can skip because I'm good at what I do, but I always got to make sure I stay on the same street. And I can block out the noise because I'm laser focused on what the fuck I got to do, because not only am I laser focused on what I got to do, but I'm also laser focused on how I'm making her move. And every move that I make her do, I'm making sure I pay attention to not only the nonverbals, but also the language. But for a lot of you guys out there, you are always interrupting yourself with fears, anxieties, and things like that when you get around women. So one thing I have to make sure I have to understand that. But even getting to the nonverbal communication with women, gentlemen, there is also another wall behind that, and that is the emotional barriers. Her emotional barriers are kind of tied into her laws, rules, and codes, because these are where the strong emotions come from. See, remember, guys, I'm not attacking. See, I'm not going after the body. I'm going after the conquer. So I'm going towards that place and tapping into the emotional, but I got to get past that barrier. Her feelings, her thoughts, and all this other stuff that she has, and all these other things that she feels, is something to make sure that you pay attention to. But a lot of you guys are not doing that. But also, like I was saying, the lack of listening. A lot of you guys do not listen to women. And I don't mean just listen. You listen, you guys listen to listen, but I don't listen to listen. And I don't listen to understand. I listen to move. I always listen to move. I'm always going to take what she is saying, and I'm always going to move on that. But as I move on that, for a lot of you guys out there, because what style of communication do I want to use? Now, for a lot of you guys use indirect, passive, soft languages and communications. Everything I communicate and everything I'm teaching you how to communicate is being direct, being assertive, leading, and being dominant, but at the same time, not making her feel like she's a slut, she's a whore, or she's easy. And that's the fine line that most guys always fuck up, because they think, well, if I want to fuck, I should just tell her I want to fuck. But no, that's not the thing that's going to help you gentlemen out in this. But also I also take time. And like I say, the thing that most of you guys don't do, you don't take the time to ever look at the feedback. When you roll up on that woman, you should automatically roll tape. And you should have your interaction. And after the interaction is done, while you at night looking into the fucking fire, or whatever you do to relax, you should look and try to understand how their communication is perceived, and then make the necessary adjustments to that communication. Gentlemen, just because I can make her smile, laugh, and blush, I can't be satisfied with that, because I know I can do better. And I know I can attach that and make her feel better to look forward to what? Talking to me. To what? Hearing from me. And I want to make sure that when I do all this stuff is that I don't want to overload her, but I also want to not, I want to change the interpretation that she has, because she has a interpretation. But for most of you guys out here, because you cannot interpret yourself, most of you guys will either have a defensive communication. That means a defensive communication, gentlemen, is when you are talking to a woman and you don't know what to say and you feel like you're out of your element. You revert back to asking questions because you're defending a position. Okay. Or for a lot of you guys out here, unfortunately, you withhold information. You act like you want a relationship and you don't. You act like you want to be a friend and you don't. So what you do is you deliberately keep information away from the woman. But the thing is you put gaps in things. And that's how women can see how fake most of you guys are when you information hold. She knows that you love sex and you want to have sex. But she also knows that how you communicate yourself is going to show her how much experience that you have. What kind of experience do you have? If I give myself to him, what do I get out of it? She's going to ask that question. What do I get out of it? So what happens is, for some of you guys out there, you're consistently inconsistent. You're always sending conflicting messages, and you're always moving the goalpost. You're saying one thing to the left or to the right, then you move a little to the left, or you move a little to the left and you say something to the right. So when you do all these things, she's going to start to peel back and notice your communication. And gentlemen, what you guys don't know is that I'm not talking about the communication you have with yourself. I'm not talking about the communication that comes out of your mouth. You guys don't understand that there's another level of communication that you guys send to women. It's another thing that you shoot over to a woman that most people don't ever tell you about. I'll tell you about this because no one talks about this. And most of you guys always ask, well, how did she know? How did she know I didn't have experience? How did she know I was moving this way versus that way? How did she know? Because what she is communicating or what she is grabbing doesn't really come from you. They have this thing. I don't know what the thing is. It's this thing. I call it 7 cents, 6 cents. I don't even know what the fuck it is, nor do I give a fuck, but I got to explain to you how this shit works. It is this thing that they have that can recognize you. Okay, you know how I always tell you guys, like with the Thundercats, you know, when I was small, I used to watch the Thundercats shit. And Lionel would always put the sword of omens in his face. He'd say, sword of omens, give me sight beyond sight. Well, that's that thing that they have. So what they have is something kind of like a check and balance. So they have this thing that actually cuts through you. It cuts through your clothes. It cuts through your muscles. It cuts through your job. It's just something that they have that connects with the emotions. It's a connection. It's a connection that they have from the core. Now they don't even see. This is why I keep telling you this is core. So they probably don't even know what they're fucking doing because they don't know where it's coming from. But their core is recognizing you, not for what you want them to see you as, but who you actually are. Not for what you want them to see you as, but who you actually are. Because what she will notice from average guys is, number one, is a lack of enthusiasm. she can tell an individual that has a lack of enthusiasm, a lack of passion in their conversations, and they can actually be perceived as boring, which then is a calculation of, well, does he even know how to take my bra off? Does he know how to undress me and still make me feel sexy? Does he know how to set the mood? Does he know how to do this? Does he know how to do that? Okay. But also they recognize the conversations that you have. These conversations lack depth, they lack variety, and there are no interesting topics. And because there's no interesting topics, she's going to recognize that you are going to be perceived as an average person. She will also be able to recognize that you guys are really like one-trick ponies, meaning that what you are is actually what you are, and you will never try new things, meaning that if she loves certain kinds of sex or something dirty, she's going to feel that she's going to have to withhold that from you because you're not going to be able to accept the kind of things she likes to do. You see what I'm saying? Let me see. Got a question right here. Let me answer this question. Hold on, let me finish the question. Data asked the question. Have you ever offended your woman in the past when they wanted a dick, but you didn't make it about fucking, you withheld it. They thought it was all about you and they wanted you because you knew you was worth the No, I'm not playing games, Data. No, I don't. What do you mean? I don't understand. We offend a lot of women when we tell them we ain't trying to fuck. Because a lot of women feel that their pussy and their body and their beauty is so great. We're supposed to like just bend over backwards. So we do offend them, absolutely. But we don't withhold it because we're withholding it. We're withholding it because we're not actually going after it. So why do I have to run behind something that someone actually wants to give me? So we don't do that. So, but the worth and the power comes when she starts to communicate with us to see that we have experience and we know what we're talking about and we know what we're doing and stuff like that. I would have never had that. Remember the one in Germany? The one looked like Kelly LeBrock, that the young one in the 80s, though, the one that was running around with like a Selena body and all this other shit, man. And I just had a small window and I took my window and ended up going in her car and she ended up taking me home. So, I mean, you guys have to look, again, sight beyond sight, but I'm not trying to offend anybody, Data. That's not what this is about, offending women. We're not trying to offend women. So she acts like a judge who hits the gavel and says guilty without even reading the facts. Well, Jim, the facts are there. Jim, the facts are there. The facts are actually there. And the problem that most you guys do is that a lot of you guys fight the facts. The fact of the matter is that you have an unwillingness to listen. That's a fact. It's a fact that most of you guys are predictable. Your behavior is always the same. You don't realize that when y'all watch the Pineapple Show, that's you. That's why a lot of y'all feel some kind of way, because you recognize yourself in those guys because you are so predictable, so boring, and there's no fun about you that you automatically know a woman's not interested. That's why a lot of guys will talk to a woman and say, you know what, let's set the date up for Saturday or something, and don't talk to her at all. So no, y'all are very, very predictable. Is it normal for me to want to beat my own ass, not out of self-hatred, but because I know I can do much better things, but I also know how to. Also, how do I? Well, sir, you don't need to. Sir, you don't need to do that. You might need some therapy. That's something weird. That's too weird, dude. You might need some therapy. And if I was you, I'd probably go see a doctor or something, Because if you're doing that to yourself, there's something mentally broken with you. Anyway, the guys, the line's open if y'all want to call in. We're chopping it up. But, I do want to give solutions to all this. I just don't want to keep knocking and tear you down, but I do want to give you a few more. As far as predictability, you guys lack not only hobbies, but really sexual interests. Passion sparks so many things. But if you're not passionate about anything, you can't spark anything in the woman. So basically, you guys not only do not spark passions or anything, a lot of you guys also have the inability to adapt to her clues. Most of you guys cannot read the room, you can't read the woman, or you can't read yourself. And because you can't read these things, it's a lot of struggle that a lot of you guys have. A lot of you guys, not funny, not witty. Y'all guys cannot engage in lighthearted banter to make her laugh and giggle. Okay. Most of you guys lack personal growth, and she can recognize that. She can recognize when you guys just cannot engage with the woman like a man does. Just engage with her. And when you can't do that, these are the things that they can recognize before. Now, what some women will do is they'll say, okay, well, I know, wait, you remember I told you the battle between the mind and the body? You might have the body she wants, but she knows deep down you're not the guy, but she's like, fuck it, I just, let me go out with this guy. Or it could be a reversal. You might not be her type of guy, but yet there's something inside you that's so intriguing. She's like, well, let me see where this thing goes. So every woman is different, gentlemen. All women are not the same. I just want to make sure, but they kind of move a little bit different and stuff like that. So this is why y'all guys have to make sure that y'all watch what y'all do, watch what y'all say, watch how you move, because all these things are very important. They're very important. No, I was saying something said. Yeah. Let me see. Well, Jim, it's not about going on a show, Jim. It's the fact that you are a show when you talk to the woman all the time. But as I was saying, let me continue. So how do we fix this? Well, it was something that I had to build for myself. But I asked you guys, when is the last time you guys ever thought about or imagined for one moment waking up tomorrow and realizing you're the CEO of your own company? Not just a regular employee, but you're the top motherfucking dog. You're the head of the company. And that company is driven by passion, drive, purpose, and vision. And instead of viewing yourself as a regular employee who follows somebody else's standards, what if you took for a moment and imagine that you were the person that creates his own standards? Take a note, and in that moment, to name yourself the CEO of what I call One Thought, One Mind, One Way, Me Incorporated. You're the CEO of your own brand. You're the CEO of your own life. You're the CEO of how you move and how you think. What I'm saying to you, all you guys out there, is that you are the guy. You're not defined by the titles that you are given at work. And you're not defined by the titles women give you. And you're not confined by your job descriptions or how a woman may perceive you. Because as a man, you are in control when you have game of who you are, your life, and everything in between that. And to become that CEO of You Incorporated, there is something as a man, and I had to do this as a young man, gentlemen. I had to be very clear about what it is I want. And what did my last name represent me? See, what most of y'all don't understand the difference between when you learn game versus when you learn the stuff that they're showing you in these manospheres and these spaces is they're trying to get you to think like them. But I had no idea that I had the power to create me. I didn't believe I had the power to create what I wanted to do. But before I did it, I had an understanding of what success was to me. But as I told you before, success could have been women if I didn't have game. But women had nothing to do with my successes or anything. Anything that mattered to me had nothing to do with a woman. It had everything to do with me. And I figured out exactly how to sell myself, how to manage my day-to-day operations for myself by figuring things out, having a powwow with myself. See, most of you guys, y'all always look in the window, but you never look in the mirror. Okay? Most of you guys out there never talk to yourself and say, well, what would you do if your life was a company? What do you want to be known for? What is success? What is it like to you? What is the definition of success? For most of you guys, it's women. It's sex. And that's why most of you guys are losing. But for me, it was me. How do I create me? How do I be my own boss? How do I come inside my mind and take over all the operations, direction, and vision of me? So then I can communicate myself to whomever is in front of me. Because everything outside of me is out of my hands, right? However, the only motherfucking thing that's not out of my hands is me. I don't work for someone else when it comes to this game. I do it for me. I'm not somebody else's employee and I'm not running behind somebody else. No, I am me. I am one of motherfucking one. And I have to communicate this first. And I know y'all are saying, but wait a second, what does this have to do with her interests? Because, gentlemen, when you don't communicate you correctly, she's going to stop asking you questions. She's going to sit around and start talking about your cars and your money. I mean, if y'all have a conversation with a woman, she starts telling you, well, I can't wait for you to drive that car. Or I like how you look in that suit. Oh, that's a beautiful watch. Then you're just a mark. When she's down with you and for you, gentlemen, she's going to flirt with you. She's going to let you know what, whatever fucking program you got, I'm down for that shit. Just show me what the fuck I need to do. And they will remember, they're like elephants. They will remember everything that you have done, whether it's good or bad. But when you can't communicate yourself, everything you see, it seems like it's bad or boring. Bad or boring, gentlemen. Because that's all she can remember, because that's the reinforcement she gets from a lot of you guys out there. But because this happens, how does she repeat? She doesn't have the energy, or She doesn't take the energy that it needs to reply back to you guys. So she just doesn't reach out to you the way you want her to reach out to you. She doesn't do that at all. And you can do everything. Gentlemen, listen. I did this a long time ago. Took a test. It was funny that had this other man that was trying to get at this woman, and all he would do is buy her stuff. And he thought by buying her things that he can buy his way into her pants. And she just wasn't amused. But when you can just do small gestures and they hold on to that, it just transcends everything in the game. It transcends and takes over everything in the game. So what I'm saying to all you guys out here is that the game, when you become a student, is always going to be in your control. Okay. And there will always be storms and winds and all that other stuff. But what she is going to recognize is a man that has a clear vision. And he has a deep, deep desire for himself. And why is that important? Because of his drive and his desire for himself is that great. Then she knows he's not a time waster. He's not going to beat around the bush. He's going to make sure that everything he does has some type of impact. Because he's always watching and maintaining his peak performance. He's going to have a level. Yeah, he's going to be professional. Yes. He's going to be professional. Yes. But the thing is, he's going to run every aspect of his life. And he's going to hold himself to a particular set of standards and a particular set of expectations that are consistent with who he actually is. He's never going to move, and he's never going to waver from that, because he's upholding certain types of principles, gentlemen, and certain types of values of how he lives his life and how he communicates himself to himself. And his name is everything. Without your name, guys, you are nothing. But what does your name represent to you? What does your name represent to you? For a lot of you guys, nothing. It doesn't represent anything. For a lot of you guys, your name is just something that your parents gave you. And that's a shame. That's a shame. Because as a man, my name is on my building in my mind. And I'm in charge of everything. And I got to make sure I market the greatest product that I have to market, and that is me. And I got to make sure that the sexual service that I give her is to my expertise. It's about the skills, the sexual knowledge, and the sexual experience that I can bring to the environment without forcing it. See, when you are a bad product, you're going to force the sale. Like I told you, you're going to force yourself. You're going to try to prove yourself. You're going to try to show off. You're going to try to do a bunch of things that don't work out for you. But see, what I learned, gentlemen, is I learned how to run me. I learned how to take time to run me. And I knew that I had to have a different type of mindset to do that. Because I wasn't making decisions off of anybody else. I was going to make the decisions on how I'm running me. And I'm not going to sit around and bullshit around and waste my time. And this is why it's important, gentlemen, that all you guys need to start managing yourselves like this. Because if you cannot communicate this part of you to them, you are always going to have her not being interested in you. Not at all. But it's very important that I'm not just the CEO of the company. I just didn't build the company. I'm not just the president. I'm the COO. I'm the CFO. I'm the manager director. I'm the administrator. I'm part of my marketing department, public relations, finance, accounting. And what is finance, accounting? How I make my money, but I make it for me. You see what I'm saying? Research development for me. I am everything, because without one of those things, I cannot function me correctly. I can't. And there's going to be a lot of upset women at you guys. Well, not at me, because I know what I'm doing. And then we're just going to do 2-hour show. So if y'all got questions, y'all can go ahead and ask. We'll see. We'll cut these short. We'll show short. We'll keep them around 2 hours from now on. But anyway, what I was saying to y'all guys is this: is that just because I'm running the company and just because I'm running me doesn't mean I'm gonna give myself on a pat on the fucking back. Because I expect my communication, my performance, and who I am to be better. The standards that I perform have to be better. I challenge myself to see if I'm just meeting the standard. And if I'm meeting it, why am I not above that standard? Do you see what I'm saying? I always look at ways to improve and all that other stuff. I look to all those things. I want to make sure I do everything right and don't fall apart. I want to rise without failing. And I want to look at things in ways that I can improve what I am to everybody. And that's with the things that you're going to have high standards. You're going to have high standards. But it's not the high standard of not just you, it's how you are going to have to communicate yourself to a woman. See, the one thing you'll notice, this is the advantage that you guys will always have over women. Your greatest advantage will always be that she is always going to be around a bunch of losers. That's your best advantage. She's going to be around a bunch of yes men or a bunch of guys who are going to ask her a bunch of questions. And this is why it's important to keep in mind that these things are very important, that you must outline for yourself and abide by. Because for me, I had to make these my obligations. I had to build me off of me, not off of anybody else. So if I know me the best, then that means, guess what I can do? I can express myself. Okay. I can express myself the same way, because my desire, it is the commitment, not just to me, but I commit to excellence, man. Here we go. Hold on a second. Yes, sir. I can help you. What's up?
Hey, dude, just want to say something real quick, dude. The Ebenezer Scrooge thing, you guys do have something in common. He gets all sideways and gets out of line and loses gear during Christmas, and he doesn't do that. Neither do you, dude. And I just remember when I talked to you during Christmas, dude, everybody else acts like weird during Christmas, but the Dean, you stay on your motherfucking square, dude. I just want to tell you I caught that example. And Mr. 1950, I love this hat, Niners hat yesterday, so shout out to him. Give me a fist bump, D. Just wanted to point that out, dude. Throw me back in the ocean, bro.
Throw me back in the ocean. Matter of fact, if you get a chance, big dog, make sure you look at The Man Who Invented Christmas. That's awesome. You got to look at that movie, The Man Who Invented Christmas. His fucking mind and his, thank you, I'll throw you back in, but his mind was so fucking, oh man, it was such a great movie. Because he used his creativity and his imagination to create Scrooge. He created him. And that's how your mind has to work. You've got to create these things, gentlemen, to be able to do the one thing. See, a woman is not going to commit to a man who doesn't commit to himself. Now, most of you guys think you commit to yourself, but the one thing that I commit to anything, I commit to excellence. I commit to me being the best motherfucking me I actually can possibly be and bring that to the table. And because of that, I can take that away. I can take that away from a woman. That's like taking the dick off the table. Because my standards, how I look at myself and how I move, how I think, and all these things. And when you move and think that way, this is what helps you. because it's a responsibility that you actually have to yourself, gentlemen, to create a high standard, to build yourself up. But also you want a reputation. And I keep telling you, your reputation is the number one thing that fucks you up. You guys want to be perfect. You guys want to be good. You guys want to have the reputation that everybody likes you. Why the fuck would you do that? Why do you want to be liked by everybody? Why would you want to do that to yourself? Versus have a reputation that says I'm all about motherfucking me. And how I communicate me is that I'm not wasting my time. I'm not going to sit around and beat around the fucking bush. And if that makes me a bad guy, then sign me up, because the good guy is going to wait and wait and wait some more until finally when she's ready to do something, she's going to be like, well, I guess I'll give you a shot. Fuck that. No. My obligation that I realized was not only to my scribes and all those things that I have, but also, gentlemen, I've got a group of shareholders and stuff. My obligation will always be to me. I conduct myself because for me, I determine my next steps for me. You let them go for you and you bring them in for you. And when you let them go, you let them be gone and you move the fuck on. You don't look back because you're not going that way. Remember Vikings? Why are you looking back that way? You're not going that way. And this is why, gentlemen, we don't chase women. We never chase. We just give them the opportunity to come back if they want to come back. But that's the free will. It's one thing that y'all don't ever give them. But as a man who has a clear understanding of how to move forward, has a clear understanding of himself, I seriously want to make sure that each and every one of you has a greater understanding of the game. Okay. And when you guys do this, this is why y'all win. Rome says, what is that keeps me attracted to be seen as a nice guy? Because you are. Rome, as I said before, Rome, your job is to be a nice guy. Because you don't have a bad bone in you that will make a woman want to be bad around you. You're just not built for the game. Your job is to see a woman, kiss her ass, beg, barter, and try to prove yourself to that woman because you don't actually believe in yourself. You don't have a standard at all. There is no kind of a standard that you have for yourself that says that I am about me. And this is why you will always be seen as nice, because you will always be rejected by women. Okay? You don't inspire yourself. You don't. So if you can't inspire yourself, how are you going to inspire a woman? It's not going to happen, big guy. All of this stuff that I'm telling you is so important in the game, but most people don't understand the characteristics that you have to have. You have to have things to be better, a greater man, to get rid of your fucking feelings, to demonstrate an authenticity and an ability to charge everything to the game. And the only thing you're going to be rejecting is the thirst to just want to get between her legs. You're going to reject that. Not to say you're not going to want to be between her legs. You're just going to reject that because your standard is so high. You'll realize I don't have to run after pussy. I don't have to run behind it. I don't have to beg for it. I don't have to barter. I don't have to take them out. I don't have to do anything. And they just want to be with me because they want to be with me. Because she wants to explore my values. She wants to know why I make the decisions that I make. Why I prioritize this versus that. She's going to want to know why I move and how I move. And she's going to love every moment that we're together because she's learning more things about herself being with me. And she knows I'm always going to lead by an example. And the example is me. I am the example. And because you're so nice and you're so soft and you're so kind and you're so inexperienced, that you will always be seen as a nice guy. You'll always be seen as a nice guy. And that's not a bad thing. It's just what it is. A woman I used to talk to texted me, how have you been? I said, I've been great ever since. That's weak as fuck. This is, again, terrible. But that's what you humans do. And I will never understand why you guys move in such a weak manner. Why? Why? Why would you say that silly ass shit? A woman asks you a question, and because you have no experience in the bedroom, you did what every inexperienced guy would do, is that I'm going to say something to keep this boring ass conversation going because I don't know how to lead her where I want to go. If a woman just pops up in my life and asks me how I'm doing, do you actually going to think I'm going to tell her how I'm doing? No, I'm not going to tell her how I'm doing. I'm going to let you know how I'm doing when you and I get together tomorrow. We get together Saturday night. We get together on Sunday. We get together later on tonight. I'm going to let you know how I'm doing. I don't want to. Hey, you should know me well enough that I'm not going to tell you how I've been. Allow me to come over and show you how I've been. But see, that's the difference, Lo, between you and I. You don't believe in yourself. So you do what everybody who doesn't believe in themselves, what y'all do, is y'all just send, I'm going to beat around the bush messages, thinking you're actually doing something when you're doing nothing at all. And that's why she didn't respond. Why should you? I asked you guys, why should she respond to a boring message when she already knows where this is going? What have you been up to? Oh, that's nice. No, really? No, so you got a new job. Really? That's interesting. Oh, where's your new job at? Wow, that's fabulous. Is it on that side of town? Wow. I know a great eatery over in that side of town. Come on, man. That's terrible. That's terrible. For all my dogs out there, boxing, go ahead and post it. Low. If you don't have anybody talking to you like I have on that new track I have, then you need some work. That's how people should be talking to you. Women should talk to you that way. Boxing, where's it at, boxing? I was like the challenge boxing here and there and stuff like that. There you go, boxing. Yeah. So I'm saying, Lo, you need to listen to that. And if you ain't getting that, then you got a lot of work to do. Okay? You got a lot of work to do. And it's not, I'm not trying to make you feel bad, but I'm just saying that what she needs to see from you guys is that she needs to see a self-belief in yourself, a man that has a self-belief, a man that's living with a sense of urgency, okay? And a man that's not going to use any unthinking traps to hold himself down because he's the standard. And it's not just a standard in one thing, it's a standard in all things. And everything that you build is built upon an expectation that reflects your standard. And you will always look at benchmarks. You won't look at goals and all those things. You will say, okay, listen, all right, I see her. See, you guys say, I see her, I want to fuck. We look at them, I see her, and I know that I've got to have somebody who doesn't trust me begin to trust me before I can do anything else. I've got beliefs and morals and judgments and no trust. Those are the benchmarks. And those are the expectations that I've got to take care of. For every woman. Every woman. Do you think I'm going to hop the front of the line and go right to the sex? I'd be a fucking fool if I was doing that. Because I know that I've got to knock these things down one by one to get her to recognize me. I don't think y'all understand what I just said. See, you guys are trying to force you on her saying, please recognize me. Please give me a chance. Please, please, please. No, I'm not trying to do that. I just want to talk to her. And as we are talking and connecting and knocking down those things, boop, 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 I'm just clearing out a pathway for her to recognize my personal standards, to recognize how I treat myself. And she's going to be like, well, damn. He takes care of himself. And I don't mean lifting weights. I take care of myself here. And if he takes care of himself like that, what is he going to do if he gets hold of this pussy? How's he going to take care of it? Because how I am to myself is always going to be reflected on what she's going to recognize. But when you don't have any standards, unfortunately, you're just going to accept things as they are. Thus, is going to fuck everything up for you. Question right here. Are you kidding? Are you joking? Let me continue. Guys, I got a question. Please put a Q in there. If you want to call in, you can. Lines are open. But as I'm saying, for all you guys out there, I'm trying to show you guys something different. And the standards that you have to have, okay, are things that you stand up for. Most of you guys cannot stand up for your own selves. And if you can't stand up for yourself, you can't stand up for your principles. You can't stand up for your beliefs. And your self-esteem will drop because you don't have any personal standards. Question right here from Chris. So what you're saying, because when you are interacting with a woman, you are showing her and telling her that this is what I want. And if you aren't with it, candle in the window. No. Because, okay, but what is it? Tell me, Chris, what is it that I want? What do you think I want, Chris? What do I want? What am I telling her I want? What am I telling her I want, Chris? Tell me. What am I telling her I want? Because this is not right. This is terrible. No. Because Chris, if I were to say yes, I'd be fucking you over because you're just going to run around and tell women I just want to fuck because that's all you built on, bro. It doesn't make any sense, Chris. Erico 980, sir. How can I help you, sir? What's going on, brother? 980, what's going on, brother? How can I help you, man?
What up, Monk? It's Chris.
What's up, man?
What's up, boss man? So I was calling about the question.
I'm listening.
So what I was saying is like by telling what you want, by
what is it? What do I want?
No, I'm saying like simply stating like your rules, like what you want in a female and your guidelines in your life. Like showing her that this is how I live, this is how I move. If you're not with it, then get going.
But she's not with it in the beginning. So why would I tell? If that was the case, I'd tell her every woman you meet to get going. Who says she's got to be with my standards? And who says that even if she's not with my standards, that she still won't give me the pussy? So why would I tell her to get going? Because if she believes that, you know what? Well, I don't believe in messing with guys who have other women. But am I supposed to say, well, okay, goodbye? When someone will fuck you, even though? So what do you mean get rid of them? Why would I get rid of them?
So I think so. So like get rid of, like I forgot how to word it.
Well, word it right, because this is that you're a grown ass man. You got to be able to word yourself right. Because if you can't word yourself right to a man, you damn sure can't word yourself right to a woman. So please word it right.
Facts. So what I'm saying is pretty much like when you interact with a woman, like you're showing her your life. Correct?
I'm not showing her my life. I'm not showing her my life. I'm just being. Okay. If I show her my life, I'm saying that I'm trying to prove myself to you. Please give me a chance. I'm not. I'm not. I'm just being me. Nothing.
So you, by you being you,
that changes everything up, because everybody else, like you said, are always trying to show her something.
Oh shit! So you're saying you, by you being you, as like you being yourself, nothing else. Your unique self as is.
As
you come
is.
As you are.
As I am. Yeah,
But you're saying with
I'm
other,
short and old.
other men, they're trying to backdoor, they're trying to barter, they're trying to get the pussy. You know, you feel me, on the back end.
Okay, we were talking like if 20, like yesterday's show, 20 years from now. 20 years from now, I'll be 71, right? Or 72, whatever, right? So do you think 20 years from now, I'm not going to still do the same thing I'm doing now? Because here's the thing. Remember, I'm not defined by the box of the color of my skin, my height, my age, or my finances. I'm not in that box. I'm not in that box. So if I'm not in that box, I don't play by those rules. And if I don't play by those rules, then I'm already set myself away from the majority of people out there who are stuck in that box, because they believe what society is telling them. They've got to be. Because if you don't prove yourself to her, you'll never get her.
So pretty much what you're saying is like you're an anomaly.
For me, I'm my own anomaly. Yeah, of course you fucking right I am, because I'm the only me. Who else is me?
No one.
Well, then aren't I an anomaly?
Yeah.
Well, then you're right. You motherfucking right. Because I know there ain't another mother. Okay. My only competition is me. I don't compete against. I don't even know how to do. How do I compete against another man? Why would I do that? Why would I compete against another man? Then that means that man is living rent free in my fucking head, which is not even that just breaks my brain. Okay. Let me say that. Okay, so all right, watch this.
No. I see what you're saying. So
no, watch this. Watch this. Watch this. Watch this. Okay, watch this.
You walk at that door, it's nobody else but you in this whole fucking world. That's it.
Well, yeah, but there's deeper. Watch. Look. Okay, so there was this woman. All right, so met at the bar, and she was pulling guys, right? Guys that had money and all other stuff. Was I doing security or Mel? I forgot the fuck I was doing. And this is the times when I didn't have the car. Well, I had a car, but I had to save gas, so I took 2 buses type shit. But always remember, I never stood on or worried about the next man.
Because you worry about just you. That's it.
Well, no, I wasn't even worried about me because I believe in me. So if I believe in me, I don't worry about me. You see what I'm saying? So because he had money, but he didn't have a foundation which he was rooted in. He had to pay for her attention, taking her out and all other stuff, right? Now she thought that she was the shit because she had all these guys, right? But she couldn't understand why I wasn't running behind her. But when we would talk, it's a great conversation, all other stuff, to a point where she even tried to make me jealous. To a point where, you know what? She's like, I'm going out tonight with such and such. I said, hey, you know how I do it. Hey, what you wearing? She said, what are you talking about? What you mean? I want when you go with that guy, I want you to look good, have a good time. And guess what she called me? You're such a fucking asshole. It was either a dick, asshole, jerk, or conceited, but whatever word it was, I was winning. Because you
didn't care.
Well, no, because I didn't use money to fucking move her. I moved her with just who I am. It didn't take a dime to just be me. It doesn't take a penny to be you.
So I think by me, like 100% transparent here. I can't lie to you. So I think, and well, this is my own outlook. I would say being like 100% you.
Yes.
Is kind of I would say freeing, but me personally, I'm not there as of now. Like I still, even in the back of my head, I do know I still have some societal standards to me. But
okay, wait. I have some societal standards too. And what are the societal standards? I'm not going to kill anybody because they'll get me in the first 48. Right. I'm going to drive the speed limit, sometimes a little bit past the speed limit. But I am a part of the 100 club, so I'm kind of safe there. And if I had a job, I would work my job, and that's the societal things I would do. So it's not like I'm not saying run a fight against society and stuff like that. I'm not saying that. It's just
no, not that. So I mean, like it's the fear of. I'm be for real with you. Like it's the fear of like. As though like you can walk up the street and you talk to a female like
yes.
It's the fears. It's like you think the world is looking at you when nobody truly gives a fuck what you're doing. What I'm saying is like hearing you talk just now, like you have that freedom of mind and
because I'm focused on because I'm focused on me.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. That's kind of like that's kind of amazing, bro. Like
but how is that amazing though? How is that amazing?
I would say some can't get that mindset which you're in, honestly.
I mean, but I'm just trying to understand how is that?
How is what?
But what you're saying, I'm just trying to understand it. What do you mean?
I would just say like some may be stuck in their mind to where it's like, all right, this is all I am.
No,
as a
not
person.
some are not stuck. Some choose to be in that mind, brother. They choose to be there.
True.
See, I choose me. That's all I do. I choose me. But because I choose me changes everything. Why do you think choosing me changes everything?
Because you are your own backing at that point.
No, keep going.
Because why choose you is amazing, because you live only for you. And,
It's deeper than that. Because I go after what I fucking want. And no matter what happens, I think so highly of me that whether I get it or don't get it, it doesn't fucking affect me because I'm passionate in who the fuck I am. I'm never a victim, right? I'm never gonna get walked over, okay?
Oh,
I don't ever praise myself, okay? I don't blow my own trumpet. Did you hear my last poetry track?
No, sir, I did not.
Well, make sure you go listen to it. See who's blowing the trumpet. I ain't blowing my fucking trumpet. Why would I need to do that? I'm that motherfucker. I don't believe in something someone else says because people have let me down since I was a kid. Yes, I was gullible to believe that a fat white man in a suit jumped in the chimney and brought us presents on December. That was the only thing I believed. Until I realized it was my parents, and I said, "Well, wait a second. If they're gonna tell me this shit, what else are they fucking holding back from me?" And I started questioning everything. Because of me, I don't chase women. I don't even know what the fuck is it like to chase. Fuck that. Fuck no. But when a woman realizes you're not the kind of guy to chase, maybe it's rare that they find one of me like that. Now,
but it's not even that though. It's not even chasing part. Like what you just said, like you are you to your core so much that a woman talking to you is like, what the fuck? Who is this? What is this?
Well, yeah, because because of my unpredictability, I'm always leaving them wanting more. Okay. I'm always leaving crumbs like women do you guys. But my crumbs are access to me. Laughing, smiling, blushing, voicemail, video. She has access to me in a way that she's never had before. I never compare myself to another man. I can't do that. Because why would I try to empower somebody else? I can't live another man's life. So I can never see another man better. But no, please listen to what I'm saying. There will always be someone taller than me. There will always be someone in the eyes of a woman more good looking than me. There will always be a guy who has more money than me or a better vehicle than me. But what business is it of mine if I'm minding my own business?
None.
You see, right? Because guess what? I don't give a fuck. I'm carefree. I have a freedom. And that same freedom I give a woman because of my unpredictability. She doesn't know what I'm going to do next, but something is going to happen. It's just a matter of when I decide on doing it. I'm not like if you look at all these young men, they're trying to fit into manospheres and pills and plates and saucers and all that shit. They're trying to fit into things.
So you're saying them trying to fit in is them going away from them as a person?
Well, yeah, because they're fitting in because of they're letting somebody else tell them how to fit in to themselves, and it doesn't work that way.
So having knowledge of self is actually gaming his own self.
It's levels to its own self, because think about the pace I move. Okay, let's look at it. There are guys out there that want to fuck, but they ain't getting any pussy. But I'm not trying to fuck. Why do I get pussy thrown at me all the time? And yeah, people can't even add that shit up. So well, think about it. I keep trying to fuck and nothing's happening for me. This little motherfucker over here, he ain't trying to fuck and he getting pussy thrown at him all the time. What the fuck is this motherfucker doing? Because I move at my own motherfucking pace. I'm not rushing shit. Why do I want to rush my greatness? Why do I just give myself away freely to somebody? Why would I dishonor my name that way? Why would I want to do that? Why would my name be why do I want to be desperate, needy, and thirsty? Why do I want that attachment to my name? I take asshole, jerk, and fucking cocky and conceited before I take any of that other shit. I don't want to be sweet, kind, nice, thoughtful, but guess what? I am those things when you deserve those things, but you got to earn those things. You just are not giving those things like these guys actually give women. They just give that shit away.
I can't lie. That's some game, bro.
Yeah. So it's not I'm not special. I am to me, but I'm not special to you guys. I'm just you just see a old ass man that's short as fuck. That's all you see. Old black man. That's all you see. That's what you should see. You shouldn't see me as anything but an average old motherfucking dude. That's all the fuck I am to you guys. But what I see to myself, y'all can't fucking touch me.
So it's just having knowledge of self. Just have knowledge of self.
But what cells do you have knowledge in? It's not just a self. Because what did I say? You're the CEO, the CFO, you're administrative, you're the departments, you're everything. So you have to have your hands in every jar. You're king. You got to have your hands in every jar.
So you have to know every single living aspect about you.
Aren't you the only? Wait a second. Why wouldn't you? Why would you just push aside and blow off the most important thing in this world? How does that even work?
You can't.
No, you are. No. You're doing it. I just don't understand. I can't understand. It's none of my business why you're doing it. It's just that I shake my head and say, wow. If y'all only knew your power, wow. You only knew the power that you have, you'd be in so much pussy. To a point where you ain't gonna even want any pussy. What's up?
So what do you think? I would even include myself in this. Like, what do you think God like me? Like, where do you think we fail at? Like,
you fail at asking me. What do you think about guys like me? You already fucking failed.
Oh, I'm not. Yeah, worrying about another man.
You always think about another man. That I'm saying. That's why y'all connect to all these manospheres and stuff. Because there's something in you guys that want to be connected to other men for some odd reason. It just doesn't add up. You should not be connected to no other man or feel bad for another man. I saw a fucking content creator today that put his business on the street just to get some sobby fucking I'm sorries. I want you to contact. I saw the motherfucker. Something tragically happened to him, right?
Uh-huh.
And you know what the bitch did? He put the business out to the world. So he can get some fucking sorries and shit. I'm praying for you. You're in my prayers, and I hope everything's okay. Who the fuck does that? Who does? Show me a lion that wipes out a zebra. and the zebra's family post on ZebraTube or some shit. So all the fucking other animals just send him I'm sorry, and I hope everything is okay with you. That's bitch shit. That's listen, women should do that shit. Business is always conducted behind closed doors, whether it is good, bad, or in between. You never show the world your weaknesses, because those that attack you know exactly where your weak point is when you put shit out there. I'll give you an example. Like, all right, like a guy could say, well, my dog Ralphie died. Oh, my dog Ralphie died. And he posts a picture of him holding his dog. You want to know why that bitch is doing that? So he can get all the people to say, oh, I'm sorry about Ralphie. Poor Ralphie. Oh, I hope everything's okay, and I'll pray for you, and you'll be in my prayers, and I feel sorry. And I'm sorry. If all y'all motherfuckers about all that kumbaya bitch ass weak shit, be that. But I'm telling you right now, that when a woman catches and sees and spots a chink in your armor, you're fucked.
She's going to exploit that shit, bro.
She is going to exploit that shit. She is going to exploit. And she might not even mean to exploit, but you piss her off, she's already got the way to get into you. You never, listen, business is behind closed doors. That's how we move. We don't move in the surface with the surface dwellers. Everything's behind closed doors. If something, whether it is good or bad, you'll never know, because we're moving the exact same way. So you'll never know what's fucking with us. Right. So right, because you then that way you won't have any ammunition on us.
Oh, so you're saying pretty much keep shit as is, keep shit in house, and then move as you move.
All day. Never let them see. Remember the Old Spice commercials? Never let them see you sweat. Never put your business on front. Never put your business out there to get a bunch of pats on the fucking back.
Well, I mean, why do you do that in the first place? That's just dumb. That's just you wanting just attention for no reason.
That's
a waste of time.
Now, wait. Now listen. Now, if you have children and they're doing good things, you're proud of the name, and then yes, you can display those
because
things.
Because that came from your legacy.
Right, it came from your legacy, right. But that's as far as it goes. Or a birthday wish to your child or something. But do you know what these motherfuckers be doing? These motherfuckers will post a picture of their grandfather. Oh, I miss my grandfather. No. He doesn't miss his grandfather. He just waiting for everybody to fucking message and say, oh, I'm sorry for your loss. And that's what bitches do. That's what women do.
So you're saying they seek attention because they don't know who they are as a person.
Okay, when you feel like, okay, listen to me. When you feel like nobody looks at you, nobody listens to you, and you feel that everybody just walks past you and you just like, damn, nobody notices me. What the fuck you think they do? Okay, it's like okay, let me give you an example of Valentine's Day. Valentine's Day at the office, there are a lot of women out there who will buy themselves roses and flowers to make it look like somebody actually is in their life when they have nobody, because of the persona they want to put out there.
What do you mean?
What I'm saying is, even in Valentine's Day, there are women who don't have a man, right?
And they buy them flowers.
They buy themselves flowers and act like, oh my God, my sweetheart bought me these flowers. So when you see a guy who feels like he's not being noticed, or he wants to get some fucking sympathy, what the fuck you think he's gonna do?
post some sad shit.
Post some feminine ass shit where everybody's saying, oh, poor guy. Oh, we're praying for you. Oh, I'm sorry for this. And are you okay? Hearts and emojis and all that other stuff, to where that individual then gets trained that, okay, well, good. Ooh, this is good. I got people focused on me, so I need to come up with something bad. Oh, I'm getting operated on today. Oh, I hope your operation goes good. You know, they'll lay in their goddamn gurney and take in a hospital, take a photo of their hospital or something like that. Or they'll do something to draw in attention. But that attention they draw in will show a woman how fucking weak he is. And she can use that against you when you playing this fucking game of feel sorry for me.
But I mean, at that point, why would she be with you when you're not a real man? I mean, she's going to either keep you for your money and then
no, because what does that tell? You know what that tells her? That tells her. No, listen. It's important. What it tells her is that if I get with this guy that's always looking for sympathy from everybody else, then I have to validate that motherfucker when I'm with him. So that means every time I turn the fuck around, I've got to make him feel like a fucking man. Every time I turn around, I've got to say something or do something or move a certain way to make him feel like he's important, to make him feel like he's loved and all that other silly ass shit. And that's why a lot of these right. That's why a lot of muffin women ain't fucking with a lot of these guys. They're like, man, I want to validate you. You should validate yourself. And if you validate yourself, you keep business off the street. You got to understand, this not only works when there is loss, but also when you gain women. You don't put anything on Front Street. Nobody should see how you're moving. And if you're showing, listen. If you're showing, listen to me. If you're showing people how you move, then you're saying, I need you to validate me and tell me I'm doing the right thing. So let me show you something.
You try to move like damn Darth Maul.
No. Watch. Let me show you something. Let me show you. Listen. Okay, I'm gonna give you an example. Now I'm gonna show you where y'all fuck up. All right. So a lot of y'all guys get caught up in this thing that, okay, so let's go back when the internet kicked off in the late 90s. The late 90s, there used to be this thing going around the internet. If it's on the internet, it must be true because it's on the internet, right? Then all the marketers and advertisers felt like, you know what, where's a way we can market these blind ass motherfuckers and shit, right? These blind motherfuckers, we can do this, right? By doing what? By putting the thing that they worship most in front of them to blind them for what they actually need to do. So what do? They always put women in your face. All right, I'm on YouTube. Now I was scrolling through some of YouTube and I see this fucking same thing. I see this guy walking up to women, trying to approach them. Some fucking commercial ad. All he's doing is walking up to women and, hey, how you doing? You know, I want to talk to you. I want to get your number and all this other stuff, right? Now, to a gamed up motherfucker, he's like, man, what is this stupid motherfucker doing? I hope he doesn't think that motherfuckers are dumb enough to believe that he's actually pulling women. He can't believe that, right? But you guys will see that commercial and be like, wow, he's talking to her and look, they're responding to him. But remember, as I told you guys, is that just because you exchange information with a woman, that ain't the game. The game doesn't start until you and her begin to talk after the exchange of information. So what is he doing? He's just walking up to women whom he's paying. Okay, guys, please understand how this shit runs. Please, please, please. I say to all my dogs out there, have enough common sense to understand what is called express written consent. You cannot post somebody's likeness without getting their permission. When I did my erogenous zones, I couldn't say, can I just film you right now? I'm saying I'm gonna ask you questions about guys, but I'm not gonna ask you what I'm gonna ask you, but I'm gonna let you know what I'm doing. But I need to see if it's okay if I can film you while I interview. I'm not gonna tell you what I'm interviewing, but I'm gonna tell you what it's about. At least I told them that. They're like, okay, cool, let's do it, let's go. You can't just say, I'm gonna film you, then throw their shit on the thing, because you don't know what these women can do and get in trouble with. But what y'all guys don't get is that if you see a guy with or around a cute woman, you think that motherfucker has game. And you know what he has? He really doesn't have game. Because the motherfuckers that have game, they don't show what the fuck they have. Because they have nothing to prove to anybody that's watching them. See what I'm saying, caller? Motherfuckers that have game saying, look, okay, look, if you can't see by how the fuck I talk and what the fuck I say that I ain't gamed up, then this ain't the fucking right place for you. But let's fast forward to 2023. All I got to do is hire 10 models, sit on a desk, put them all around me, and talk shit to them, and y'all motherfuckers will follow me like a motherfucker if I wanted to do that. That's how gullible y'all are.
So it's like how old buddy came out, Andrew Tate.
All them motherfuckers. All them motherfuckers. The only difference between Tate didn't have any women around him.
He had the money though.
No. Tate had money. He used money, clothes, and status that he got from his other shit. But no. He did the one thing. He was the champion of these motherfuckers because he was yelling at women. He was screaming at women. So that was the connection. He was doing what the average motherfucker didn't have the balls to do.
Oh, he was doing like the oddball shit or the non-norm.
Well, yelling at the okay, hey. What was he teaching you guys? And that's the craziest thing that most guys don't see. Y'all don't ask the question.
No,
wait, listen. Not you. I'm saying the humans.
Oh, I was like,
don't ever ask the question. What is he teaching me that I can take right now and go out my door and try? They ain't teaching you anything because you're so blinded by the bitches around these motherfuckers. You actually think they doing something because you're judging them off of the women they hire. The women that want to be seen, just like the thing that flipped everything upside down was the pickup artist. It flipped everything upside down. This is why we have manospheres, because of the pickup artist. Because that fucking reality show was a bunch of bullshit.
Oh, it was a TV show?
Yeah, it was a TV show called The Pickup Artist on VH1. I think it was like in 2006 or 2007. But the main thing was not them being in the house with all the cameras inside. It was going into a built-in studio that they created as a club that had cameras all around, and every fucking woman who wanted to be seen in Hollywood, maybe if they see my face, I can get on a commercial ad. Maybe if they see my face, I can probably get in a movie role, okay? Before you walk into that set, because it was a set, This is what you're signing. You're signing a permission to be on a show called The Pickup Artist, and you're giving away your likeness. So what is the woman going to say? Oh shit, you mean that? So if one of those losers come up to me and I give him a little bit of play, I get free camera time? Sign me up. Her agent will call. Guess what? Look. They'll call a modeling agency. Y'all don't even know this shit. Call a modeling agency. Can you give us some models and stuff? Let me see some model. Okay, we want this one. And we're going, hey, they got to sign the waiver, and we want them to be on there because we want all good. You never saw one ugly bitch in there. If you watch that show, I don't even think you saw one fat woman on that show. If you watch any of the shows, there was not even one big girl in that show. Everybody was cut, modeled, good-looking, decent-looking people. Not good-looking, but decent-looking people. And these losers are getting all kind of play from these women, not because they want
to. The Pickup Artist?
Yeah, it's called on VH1. It's called The Pickup Artist on VH1. Yes.
Now, is that the same one? I've seen this one on the internet, like YouTube. Is it Scap?
No, it was fucking Mystery Method, dog. It was a Pickup Artist. Mystery wearing the caps and the goggles and the boas and all that shit.
Yeah. Nah, this one I think called Skip. I forget. I know the guy, like, this is like a speed dating type shit.
It's all fake, dog. All that shit is fake. It's fake. It's not reality. It's fake. But to the dumbass motherfuckers watching it who are desperate and thirsty, they're gonna believe what they see. It's kind of like
they thought it was real? No fucking way.
No, wait. What do you mean? Why are you so shocked? They think Fresh and Fit is real. They think Modern Life Dating is real. And if you ever guys watch the Saint and the Sinner talk to Modern Life Dating, you'll see the difference between Street Game and Book Smarts. Because motherfucker that Street Game is going to keep that shit a buck and call that bitch ass out what he did. You know what that motherfucker did? He shut the fuck up and listened to everything he had to say. He ain't say shit. But see, that's the difference when you have Street Game. See, that's the thing. Most of y'all guys are running towards book smart guys because you think because he's book smart like you, he gonna teach you how to be a fucking man. Shit don't work that way. Game don't work that way. Okay? All right, let me throw you in because I got to grab a few questions before I wrap it up. Okay, man? I appreciate your call, man.
All right, sir. Thank you.
All right, thank you. Good call, bro. Good call. All right, respect. Let me throw you back in. Here we go. So 702, how can I help you, sir? What's up? 702 going once. Hello? Yes, sir. How can I help you, sir? What's up?
Yo, Steve. New track, and then there's You Goes Hard. I wanted to ask a question about something that happened. Can you hear me?
Sir, what's up?
Yo, okay, so I was at this chick's house yesterday, whatever. One of the chicks I'm seeing right now, and then it was getting late or whatever, so I went to sleep. Like I took it was already like 4 a.m. and I was gonna get up at 8. So yeah, I went to sleep, and then I woke up and I was on my phone, and then I realized that this girl had went on my phone and shit, sent herself a bunch of videos and texts from other girls and whatever. So I had to check her, basically tell her, all right, we're going right now, and then and I told her that it was disrespectful, obviously. So I'm just wondering. She sent me a whole paragraph apologizing, and then she's trying to say teach me a lesson, being sexual about it. Teach her a lesson.
Goodbye,
right?
Goodbye.
All right.
That's it.
Too big of a line cross, right?
Well, I don't know. That's my standard. I'm not you, so I don't know what your lines are. If you soft and shit, tell her reward her bad behavior and shit, and keep things the way they are. I don't know. I'm not you, so I don't move like that.
Okay. I got it. Goodbye.
Any other questions?
Nah, that's it. Thanks.
All right. Respect. All right. Respect.
All right.
Here's the next question. All right. Here we go. So let me see here. All right. Let me answer some of these chat room questions and shit. Let's see here. Everything is what you think it is. Well, yeah, when you're weak as fuck, you believe for everything to be exactly what it is. Cannot giving a fuck be a downfall or detach you from the world. Well, no. Okay, listen to me. Let me tell you something. Just be the weak motherfucker you are. Wait, I don't understand. Who even, how can not giving a fuck be a downfall? But if you think it's a downfall, then just be what the fuck you are. Nobody's telling you to change. Listen, y'all got, hey, wait, I say this with love. Everybody can't be a fucking man. And what you're saying, you ain't built to be a fucking man. Because you don't believe in yourself. And you feel there's going to be a downfall. What the fuck do you mean a downfall? What the fuck are you downfalling from? And who says you're detaching yourself from the world? Yes, you're detaching yourself from your reality, but you're not detaching yourself from the world. But how is it a downfall? Tell me. That's what y'all humans always do. Tell me, human. How is it a downfall, human? Wavy, I want you to answer that question because I would really like to know how your weak mind thinks. How is it a down? Do you see the success of the motherfuckers on Real Game No Theory? And you want to know why we're all successful? It's because we don't give a flying fuck. But yet, you give a fuck and you're losing. But yet, you're losing, and then you want to say not giving a fuck is a downfall. So please explain yourself. Please explain yourself. I like to hear that shit. So when women have to validate a man, they aren't able to feel like a woman because the man's run behind. Yeah, absolutely. Because they saw women do that shit. Women do that shit. Can you go into depth about the difference between speaking? I've told you dumb. Why do you keep asking me the same questions, Jay? Jay, why? Tell me something, Jay. Let me ask you, Jay. Jay, why do you keep asking me the same fucking question every time we're on it? Can you please tell me? Can you please tell me? I just want to know. I'm waiting for Wavy and you to answer the question. Can you please tell me? Can you? Can you please explain? Why do you keep asking the same fucking question? What is the reason? Wavy, listen. Just stay the way you are. Stay the way you are. Just listen. Nobody's asked you to change. Just be the weak, soft motherfucker you are. Don't change. You're asking if there's a con to it. No, hey, listen, don't do it. Don't do it. I'm telling you right now, don't do it. So y'all guys thought I would try to convince him to be a man. No. Wait, don't do it. Just be with the world, kumbaya, be everybody's friends, kiss everybody's asses, be liked, be loved, and all that other stuff. Go right ahead. You ain't built for this shit. You're not built for this shit, dog. And I'm saying that with love. You're not built to be a man. So no, that is fucking crazy. That is crazy. You know what's wrong with you? That is crazy to me. How is it y'all guys who always try to be nice and kind to women, y'all ain't fucking, and y'all think you're doing the same things on earth? That's crazy to me. 407, how can I help you, sir? What's up?
That is fucking great. That is you know what's wrong with you? That is crazy to me.
407, hello.
How is y'all guys?
407 going once.
Yo.
Yes, man. Can you turn that down, please?
My fault. Yo, it's Wavy.
What's the question?
No. I was trying to see because
Don't do it. No, listen. Listen.
What's good?
Listen. Everybody can't be a man. You just keep doing the silly ass shit you doing.
No, I was agreeing with you. Right?
No, you just said, is there a con? You're asking, is there a con to the shit? That's what you're asking.
Right.
So don't do it. Don't do it.
But I'm already doing it.
No, you ain't doing it because your fucking ass is at a con. You're not doing it. You're not. Because you're already questioning what it is. This ain't, hey, listen, dog. Here's a beautiful thing about motherfuckers who got game. When motherfuckers got game, they know how not. There you go, Elon. You want to sit there and question everything versus just find it. You instead of following instructions, you want to use your femininity to dip in there, and that's why you lose, man. So don't do it. Don't do it.
Don't even question. Don't even question.
No. I'm not saying no question. I'm saying stay the way you are. Because you can't be anything else but who you are right here. You'll never be a fucking man. I'm telling you right now. You ain't built for this shit. What is the con? What kind of con is there when you're one of one? Tell me. Oh, wait, you've never been one of one, so you don't even fucking know. So what do you tell me from your ivory tower or looking from the outside, human? Tell me what the con is, man.
No, I was trying to figure out because I mean you do your own thing. You don't look for nobody for shit. You know what I'm saying? I don't.
Where is the con? You said con. So where's the con at?
No, I was asking you.
You want to ask me? You don't need to ask me, because I don't
have one.
All right, man. I'm going
to
finish.
You're at a different level than I am, so I'm asking you, like, hey, you know what I'm saying?
No. Listen. The reason why I'm saying this ain't for you, because a 9-year-old me realized the value of game. And how the fucking old are you? How old are you?
26.
And you're 26 years old asking that fucking question when a 9-year-old me realized there are no cons in the motherfucking game? And yet your weak ass is looking for a con? Dog, this ain't for you, big dog. This ain't for you, man.
That's what I'm saying. That's what I keep saying.
Nah, goodbye. I'm done. Goodbye. Get off. I don't want to talk to you. I wanted to talk to you, man. I ain't got time. I'm going to finish these up. Guys, we're going to have a live show at 3 a.m. So how do I handle the situation where people want to make me take them to places where I live, apartment near people? Well, what I'm saying is, dog, your job is to be a bitch. And I say that with love. Your job is to be a rug, a limousine, and a sucker, because they know they can walk all over your ass because you ain't founded or rooted in anything. So how do you handle it? What I would say is before before they use you for your car and your gas and everything, make sure you call them the night before and make sure, do you want any refreshments in the car while you drive them around? Because you're a weak sucker, man. That's what suckers do, man. 609, what's up, man? 609 going once. Yes, what's up, man? What's up?
Hey, good evening, Steve. I have a question about...
And I got an answer. What's up? What's up?
So you mentioned earlier something about how most of us, our names is just something our parents gave us, and you're proud of your own name. My question is, like, how do you know if you're adding, like, a definition to your name to yourself? That
what do you mean? How do you know? I know you're not, but what do you mean? What do you mean? How do you know?
Like you said earlier, like my name means something more to me.
Because I created my brand.
Right.
What? Right, what?
You said you created your brand, okay.
Yeah. Well, yeah, of course I did. Because that's what game teaches you. Game teaches you to create the brand. And this and the brand is my mentality where everything in my mind works for fucking me. I created the brand. So yeah, exactly. That's what separates me from the majority of you guys. Y'all can't create shit for yourselves, big guy. Does that make any sense?
A little bit.
Okay, what does it make sense?
I don't even know how to answer that question.
Well, you're a grown man. That's your first flaw. How old are you?
32.
Okay, if you're 32 and you can't articulate yourself to another man, you damn sure can't articulate yourself to a woman. So take a deep breath, my friend, and try to articulate a question because you're a grown-ass man. This is not kindergarten, okay? So go ahead and articulate yourself, because there's something wrong if you can't articulate yourself, big guy. Come on.
All right, copy. So I suppose I don't really understand, like, how you got from that point A to point B. You just said
because I became a student of the game. I had a mentor.
Right.
I can't do it. I couldn't do it on my own. Fuck that. No, listen, I couldn't do it on my own. So I saw somebody that was doing some shit that I wanted to be. I want not to be like him, but I want to learn that shit. So I got up under his motherfucking wing and he laced my motherfucking ass up. That allowed me to create the world that I have in my mind that dictates on how I fucking move. I don't move around with these human ass weak motherfuckers do in this world.
Right.
Okay. Do you not understand that now?
A little bit.
What are you doing? Okay. What do you mean a little bit? What do you mean a little bit? What don't you understand?
I don't know what I don't know.
I know you don't. Right. Okay. That's the first thing that I can agree with you. Absolutely right. You don't know what you don't know. But what is it that you don't understand?
I don't understand.
Wait. Are you supposed to Are you supposed to understand it from the surface?
I suppose not.
There you go. So you're actually on point. You're doing everything right. But go ahead. I'm listening to you. What don't you know? Or what are you trying to figure out?
I'm listening to it from the surface, so I can't see it.
Can't see it.
Oh, okay.
What?
Okay.
What? I feel like a light bulb hit you. What?
A little bit, yeah.
What did the light tell me? What did the light bulb hit? What did it hit?
I can't really see what you're really saying because I'm still operating from my own perspective.
Woo! No. It's not that you're not operating from your own perspective. You're operating from a feminine perspective. That's why you can't see anything, because your view of the world should not be a feminine one. That's why you're out of order right now.
Okay.
Because you see women as God, right? And what I'm the only one saying is that when it comes to you looking at women as God, I'm the game atheist to tell you to stop worshiping fucking women like they're God.
Right. Okay. All right.
I know.
I will say I don't really hear almost anybody else saying that. At least
You want? Hey, wait. You want to know why? Because that's what. Because that should. Now listen. That's the first thing I'm gonna give you credit on. Because you have got to recognize the real ones from the fake ones. Because the real ones never regurgitate other people's shit.
That's true. Yeah,
that's really bottom line. And if you cannot recognize that, then you're just blind. And a lot of you guys are what? Blind. Because because all you're doing is that you're listening to people just regurgitate the same thing over and over again. Over and over again. And all you're doing is just exchanging one person for the next who is saying the same things over and over again. But the ones that you should actually follow are the ones that's telling you shit you never heard before, because they're actually living that shit.
So can I ask you a follow-up question?
Sure. You ask me anything you want, sir.
So you mentioned earlier that people they follow the manosphere just to fit in. That's how you know they're fitting in. They're just regurgitating people's shit, not so much because they believe it. It's just because they fit in.
Yes. What about it?
Is that fucking simple? Goddamn.
No, because okay, I'm gonna use you as an example. I'll use your example because I know you listen to Manosphere shit, and there's no judging you. I know you listen to Manosphere shit. You want to know why I know? Because you either follow someone based off of he was white, or he was your age, or you looked at his subscriber count. That's all you did. You did one of those three things, or all three of those things, to start following the Manosphere. And you did it that way because you never was rooted in yourself. So then when you did that, you started to believe all the bullshit they were saying because you couldn't get a woman. You were having bad ways with women. So instead of taking accountability, saying I ain't good at the game and I need to learn how to really actually be a man, you just thought it felt better to follow somebody that were either yelling at women, disrespecting women, calling them modern, saying that they are this and that. That's all you did. And so you got connected with other guys because that was the femininity in you to drive you towards other men versus a man punching you yourself and saying, cut the umbilical cord and be your own person.
Yeah. Well, I'm here now with this channel, so.
But let me ask you, what did you believe in the manosphere? Tell me one thing, and it's no judgment. Tell me one thing you believe that those motherfuckers was telling you that you actually believe was true.
If I told you I didn't really delve into it, would you believe me?
You were in, dog. You were in it, so you already dove into it. Regardless of how much you took in, you were in it. So don't lie, dog. Come on, listen, dog. Listen.
Yeah.
You already admitted you're here now, and I appreciate that. But please don't lie to me and think I'm a dumbass motherfucker. The first thing, why don't you just be honest? And there's no judgment here. I'm not here to judge you. I'm just asking you a simple question. So come on, man.
Hypergamy.
Okay.
They talk about hypergamy.
No.
I guess.
Let's look at it. Let's unpack that. Now, you telling me the motherfucker that told you about that fucking word, you think he can get pussy? Do you actually think that motherfucker can get pussy? Does he look like the kind of motherfucker that can leave his room, go to a club and pull some pussy?
Not betting on himself, no.
But yet you believed he could because you started following that motherfucker. Now,
right.
Let's get to the weak ass statement he said. Now, again, I think you followed him because he was white and you were white. So you probably said, well, we got a connection here off the color of our skin. So I trust you off the color of your skin. So whatever you tell me, I'm going to fucking believe. So let me ask you this question. What does a woman moving from one guy to the next, so what's the point in that? Why would you care?
Is that rhetorical or is that literal?
No, I'm serious. Why would you? I'm saying,
okay.
You say, okay, hypergamy, isn't that saying she will always look for something better?
Yeah, basically, yeah.
So wait. So if you're the best, doesn't best outdo better?
Shit, that's true.
Light bulb, come on.
True. Shit, that's
so
true.
If you're the best, why would you give a fuck if she's looking for better?
If I'm the best, why would I care if she's looking for better? I shouldn't. If anything, she'll end up coming back.
There you go. Because she'll go out and find better, but realize the best is back where I was, and I need to come my ass right back.
Mm-hmm.
Do you see what I'm saying?
Yeah. Holy shit. So this conversation is a taste of what it is to like your name to mean something to you.
It's no. Give me another one. That I can debunk that one. Give me another one.
Shit.
Come on. I know you're full of them, but I'm just saying. I'm just trying to show you. I'm just showing you that and law. It doesn't matter about resources. I don't give a fuck about resources. She ain't having mine. So you wanted to have somebody else's resources. Why?
Right.
Why not? What is wrong with letting her have a guy she goes to dinner with? What is wrong with a guy buying her shit, paying her rent and stuff? Why would you get mad at that? You ain't doing that shit. Let them motherfucking suckers do that shit. But there's something else they tell you.
Shit. I can't think of anything.
Come on, man. You used to being immersed in this shit. Come on. Don't act like you just jumped out. Come on. You were immersed in that shit. You listen to video after video, follow them all around, and started regurgitating, mimicking, and parroting what they told you to do. So don't act like you don't know. Come on, dog. Come on, man.
All right. So hypergamy. What else have I heard? Shit. Attention. Seeking attention.
Who's seeking attention?
Women.
Okay.
Women only want attention.
Okay, and
Don't give them attention.
wait a second. That's kind of like an oxymoron. What do you think the red pill's based off? What's the common denominator? Wait. What is the common denominator of that manosphere and red pill shit? What's the common denominator? What is at the root of all that silly shit? What's at the root?
Frustration?
No, women. At the root of all that manosphere and red pill shit, the common denominator is not a woman. Is it not woman?
Yeah.
So aren't you already giving her attention by talking about her in different ways?
Yeah, I suppose you are.
Well,
Yeah.
no, I want you to think. Don't believe me. Just think.
No, that actually makes sense.
I try to make sense sometimes, but I'm asking.
No, it does.
But I'm asking you. I'm asking you if you're not trying to give women attention. You're already giving them your attention. Because everything you're bitching about is what is the common now. Everything they complain about is what?
Women.
Right. So when you're saying don't give them attention, isn't that a fucking oxymoron? That doesn't make any sense. Are you not?
Because by default, I'm talking about women.
By default, yes, sir. By default. You're already worshiping women because you're making everything about women and not the man. You're placing man second, women first. Women do this, and this. Hey, as a man, don't pay attention to them.
Yeah.
See how they get y'all?
Fuck.
But because it sounds so good. It sounds so good.
Wait, it sounds so good. What the fuck is this? A drug they're selling us?
No, it's a cult that they're selling you. They're creating a systematic place so you guys can connect to other men. Do you not see that? Do you not see what your connection is to?
Yeah, no.
You're not connecting. You're not connecting with women because you're learning how to hate women. So if you're talking shit about women and you hate women, who the fuck you think you connecting to?
Yeah, but if men. Yeah.
That's how they get you. That's how they get you.
Yeah, cult. I can see why you say it's more of a cult. I thought they were just kind of like drug addicts in a way.
No, it's not a drug addict. It's a cult. It's saying that it's not your fault. And
that's what I'm saying.
And we're saying that there's a safe haven place in this space here. But I know you're not smart enough to do your homework because you know the basis of the red pill, right? That came from the
movie.
Right. You know the base of that is transgender. But they don't want to tell you that. They don't want to tell you that because if they told you that, you still do it anyway because you wouldn't care. Because you're so adamant.
I genuinely didn't know that.
No, because you want to know why? Because you blindly follow people off the color of their skin, their age, or their subscriber count. You blindly follow them.
Superficial things. Oh.
Man, it's all feminine things.
Choppy.
Would it?
Yeah.
Okay, wait. Motherfucking Rollo Tomasi, has he ever told you how to talk to a woman?
I've never met him ever.
But you've been listening to his fucking podcasts and videos. I'm asking, when you watching all that silly shit, has he ever told you how to talk to a woman? Has he ever told you how to set up your crib? Has he ever told you about anything? What has he taught you?
Negative. That's no.
So wait. So then he's not at fault then. He's just doing what he's doing. So why didn't you question him to say, wait a second, when are you going to start teaching me some shit?
Yeah, that's right. That's true.
But that's the
Steve,
point. Yes.
Yeah. Steve, I appreciate all this information. It's a lot to process all at once. And this is deep as shit.
Well, the truth is hard to process when you fucking see it for the first time, because for the first time, you start to realize you were gullible, naive, and disillusioned. And you're going to be like, I can't believe I followed those guys. But yeah, believe you followed them, because that's what you're supposed to do when you're looking at people that go onto the streets and steal from melanin people, then bring it back to y'all, clean it up, put a white sprinkle on it, and call it fucking game. And y'all think that shit is real.
Like the meat and chicken nuggets at McDonald's.
Without any seasoning, brother.
Yeah. Steven, I appreciate your time with this. Gonna marinate on this and take it in. I appreciate that, though.
All right, it's all love, man. I'll throw you back in, man. Thank you for the call, brother. Thank you. I appreciate that shit. Thank you for the call. Get to a few of these questions before I wrap this shit up. Guys, we're going to have a show at 3 in the morning. So let me see if I can grab these few more questions before we wrap this shit up. I'm not going to answer that. You should already know. Let me see here. I already answered that question in a second. Could you also say, if I listen to a weak mind, I'm part of a weak coat like Red Pill? Well, what do you mean a weak mind? I don't understand. What do you mean if you listen to a weak mind? Okay, listen. Y'all don't understand what they're calling them. They're content creators. So they're going to give their opinions on content. Even Pearly tells you motherfuckers, I'm not a dating coach. I'm just fucking basically regurgitating somebody else's weak ass talking points. So it doesn't make any sense. Last round of calls before we wrap this up, gentlemen. Boxing, go ahead and pop up the new track that we put out. We put up a new track. Let's go ahead and put that new track up there. Put that new track up there, Boxing. So we're gonna chop this shit up. Tyler, I'll get to your joint probably Tuesday or Wednesday or something like that. But yeah, we'll chop it up. Anyway, last round of questions, guys. Y'all have any? But guys, for all my dogs overseas, we'll go 3 o'clock in the morning. 3 o'clock in the morning, okay? Sir, I'm gonna have to let you go, sir. We can't have kids in here. Sorry, dog. Can't give you any advice. Gotta be 18, sir. Gotta be 18. Gotta be 18. Can't have no 17-year-olds in there. I can't talk sex to a 17-year-old kid. You gotta be 18. I appreciate your honesty, but come back when your nuts are dropped from your stomach and you're a man. Can't talk to 17-year-old kids. Anyway, all my dogs out there, if y'all got any questions, we're good. Guys, we're good on questions, guys. So always remember the graveyard. Always remember everybody in there. I thought they had tomorrow coming to them. Live every day like it's your last. Like I say, all my dogs out there, we're gonna do a show at 3 in the morning. We're gonna do it at 3 in the morning. So we'll chop it up at 3 in the morning. And guys, we just want you guys to learn how to appreciate yourselves. And the more you start to learn game and understand things, you'll win better as men. That's how game works. It'll get you better, stronger, and you will move differently when you become one thought, one mind, one way. So we will see you motherfuckers at 3 in the morning to kick it. We'll be kicking it at 3 in the morning. Okay. Last fucking question, Pete. How do you love yourself unconditionally and build? Well, P-Dog, I showed you. You got P. I had to be a student of the game, P, as I told you. Go back and listen to what I was saying, okay? All right? Go back and listen to what I was saying. I created a standard for myself. I built myself on expectations, and I created my own world in which I live in. I created my own world. I am guided and I am dictated and moved off of how I move. But boxing, can you show the link? Boxing, can you post the link up for the track? Because I tell all you guys out here, for all you guys out here, go here to listen to the new track to get an idea of the lifestyle. Gentlemen, we don't run behind y'all. I know y'all guys actually think we run behind, but no, man, we different. And guess who recognizes how different we are? We already know what the fuck we are, but they've never met us. So when they meet us, you'll see. It's like one of my favorite tracks. I love this shit. Okay? Well, when you have a standard, you don't have a standard. So you can't charge anything because you don't. Okay, listen. Let's say it's with Love, SG. You can't charge a woman to something you don't have. So how can you charge a woman to the game when you're not a student of the game? That doesn't even make any sense. You're not even in the game. So how can you charge a woman to anything when you're not even in the game, brother? That doesn't make any sense. So everything you're doing that red pill manosphere stuff. You're just trying to regurgitate stuff. You ain't in the game, brother. You can't charge a woman to something that you're not in. That's why you're having problems doing it, because you don't know what the fuck you're doing, because you don't believe in yourself like that, dog. And if I told you the answer, still is going to go over your motherfucking head, because you ain't built in the motherfucking game. Facts, man. Let's get that shit, guys. Gentlemen, I appreciate you all. Gentlemen, appreciate yourselves. We're going to get back at you. Fuck with your boy. Guys, we'll see you guys at 3 in the morning, 3 a.m. in the morning, Eastern Standard Time. We out.
Just like that, man mindset. Just like that, man mindset. Have a good night, the show is over. Take notes and use what the dean has told you. Now with dating, your game is colder. No hesitation when you approach her. Gotta level up, gotta keep on rising. Till you the best, got the touch like Midas. Now you got style, you got all the women flocking. So many options, now you got it popping. Thank you for tuning in. Hey, just like that, man mindset. Gotta come back again. Hey, just like that, man mindset. Email the manmindset@gmail.com.